My name is Armani Johnson. I'm the site coordinator here with Communities in Schools at Henry Marsh Elementary School.
My name is Chimere Rainey, and I'll go to Henry on March the 3rd. We first met, I think I was in the class. I might have just been doodling on one of my drawings or something. The next thing I know, my teacher called my name, and I was like, yes. And then Ms. Johnson was standing right there at the door, and she told me to go with Ms. Johnson. So I go with Ms. Johnson, and then she takes me to her office.
Our school social worker and I were doing a attendance group, and as a preventative measure, since Chimere historically had attendance challenges, she was referred for that group. From there, she started coming to my office a lot more every day, and we got to grow together and learned a lot about each other. And she started confiding about some challenges that were happening at home with her grandparents.
My living situation, it was like good, but at the same time bad. I would grab my book bag, take it upstairs, pull out my drawing stuff, and then just start drawing.
Do you feel like that was an outlet for you?
Yes, I love drawing.
She learned it from her granddad, so her granddad taught her how to draw. And it hasn't been clear on exactly how she ended up with her grandparents, but when we met, she really highlighted how much her grandparents mean to her. So going into the summer, unbeknownst to her, her whole life was going to change. Her mom unfortunately passed away, and then as we returned back to school, she was excited to be back, but she shared that her grandparents had split at that point. So you can imagine being with your grandparents your entire life, that's your entire lifeline, all that you know, and they split apart. From there, her grandfather shortly after moved in with his new partner, and that transition was exceptionally hard for her. So she's going through the grief of her mother, she's going through the grief of her grandparents splitting, and then she's going through the grief of meeting this new person and not being sure of what her living situation was going to be like. As we continued to develop a relationship and she started to share her story with me, I could really see something special in her. Chimere has been through a lot of different things, but she also uses her positivity to still be a light around other people.
I started opening up more because she was nice. She helped me, and she always listened to me, which made me improve my attendance way more. And then I started going to school more and more and more.
And she would pull herself out of class when she wasn't supposed to be to come see me too.
Don't say that.
It's okay. As she was coming out with things, I just wanted to make sure that she was wrapped around with support, because that's a huge part of my job, supporting the children holistically. She really wanted an outlet, and she talked a lot about just feeling isolated at home and just wanting something different. And so one of the great partners that we have is Robinson Theater, so I connected her there, and she goes there Tuesdays and Thursdays for cooking and ballet. We started a Big Buddy, Little Buddy program where 5th graders are paired with 1st graders. And so every morning she goes and checks in with her little buddy, and then bi-weekly we do a little lunch bunch where they play games and have conversation starters. I just create space for her to make sure that she feels supported as much as possible. She's blossomed so much. She's just very bubbly. Just so
loud.
And loud, a lot louder than you used to be. Chimere's granddad, Mr. Rainey, says something very simple yet profound, and he says, don't be afraid to be great. And whenever I reflect on that and think about Chimere and her life, every time she shows up and gives the world her gift, and that's the love that she brings here every single day. And so what I see for her future is I hope that she continues to really see the greatness within herself, and she's not afraid to be great, and that as she transitions to middle school, she's going to be supported, and that we're going to make sure that she has what she needs.